Hello, I'm Jacqueline Ortiz, the Self Love Diva, and I have done real quick to give you an extraordinary tip on how you can create your extraordinary life, and that is the gift of rejection. You heard me right. The gift of rejection, especially we're going to talk about today the gift of rejection when it comes to a significant other or a romantic partner. And rejection is our protection, but also rejection is an elevation. That's right, it's an elevation because when we are rejected, we get to elevate. And there's someone better out there for us that is more in alignment with who we are, and someone who's better and also a higher vibration that will match our vibration. So just trust that there is a divine timing and divine planning, and it'll all happen in the perfect timing. You may think I'm off my rocker, crazy. However, after an unexpected breakup of a really great relationship, it was a long-term, very good relationship, but not quite great. It was very, very good. We had awesome chemistry. We had great friendship, but something was off. And there was something still missing. For us, I discovered it was that we have very long, different life paths, life goals of where we wanted to go in the future. So it was very different. In the now, it was okay. But I will realize that over time, we were growing apart in different life paths and different directions. So eventually, it would have been a deal breaker. So soon after he broke up with me, that's right, he broke up with me, I sat down and I made a logical, rational list of all the things that annoy me about him, no matter how tiny. And I made a list of all the things of why we weren't compatible, especially in a long-term relationship like a marriage. And all the reasons I wrote down, this became my list of evidence and confirmation of why it wouldn't have lasted forever and why I have been selling for good enough. And the reason why I was selling for good enough was because it was a good relationship. It was familiar. It was comfortable. Um, and I had a lot of feelings for this person, but I was selling for just good enough because at the time I hadn't felt good enough. I felt like he and our relationship were good enough, and I didn't want to rock the boat, or I didn't think I could expect an extraordinary relationship because it's good enough. Now it would be I was getting too picky or too demanding or had too high expectations. But guess what? Each of us are good enough to have an extraordinary relationship and not to ever settle, ever, ever, ever. So after I made this list and I read it a few times, I then thank God, my angels and spirit guides, whoever you believe, the universe creator, whoever you is. I sat down and I thank God and the angels for their protection and that my significant other broke up with me. Yes, I actually said, thank you, God, that he broke up with me because it was for my protection. I know it sounds crazy, but whenever I think about him, I just put my hands in my heart, I breathe, and I mentally thank him for having the courage and the foresight to break up with me, saving us time and energy. And if we have gotten married, it will save us from a divorce and more suffering. So I actually thank him for breaking up with me. I'm not saying it's an easy, quick, hard fix, but it sure is a gentle, self-loving, self-honoring, self-preservation of oneself, and a way, way less suffering than thinking over and over again, why me, poor me, I got dumped, not fair, having anger, resentment, or labeling him as a bad person, or drowning in what was or could have been, or been angry or manipulating, or any of those things. Instead, with self-preservation and self-love, I actually thank God, the universe, that he broke up with me, that he had the courage and the foresight to break up with me. It saved us a lot of suffering in the long term. So guess what? We can go into the victim mentality or the anger or resentment, or we can look at the positive, the good reasons why the breakup happened and use that as leverage to heal ourselves in a self-loving, self-preserving, gentle, self-honoring way rather than self-loathing or negative self-talk or condemnation or anything like that. Put yourself in an energy of love and send that person love, good riddance, and you get to move on into your extraordinary life. And you can do that because you know what? You should never settle. You are so worthy and so deserving and so more than good enough than to settle for something less than. So if you want any help with that, I would love to help you. I created this awesome program, Extraordinary You, with hypnosis, meditations, binaural beats, So feel your brainwave technology, etc., etc. So you would like to hop on a call with me and we could break through and talk about how we can work together. I will put the link below. So for my calendar, make an appointment. I would love to talk to you. I love you. And if you like this video, please like and comment. And sharing is caring, so please share.